Well, I'm deep in discussion already over here. Better let you in on it here. All of you folks that have kids in college, you've got college loans, maybe your kids are headed to college soon, you need to listen in anytime Ron Carruthers from Ducerus College Solutions joins us here on San Diego 6 in the morning. Let's talk student loans today, though, because there's a deadline coming up here for something that most parents, me included, don't fully understand, consolidating loans.
Well, it's a special consolidation loan that ends June 30th. And I do this every day, and I completely forgot about the deadline until a client asked me a question like, oh, we got to let people know.
Okay.
However, it's only for people whose students have already graduated college.
Okay, so we'll talk to those folks for a second, and we've got something for everybody else this morning as well.
We'll cover everybody. But if you have a student that's graduated from college and you have a federal loan and a non-federal loan, what they're allowing you to do, as long as you get them by June 30th, is you can consolidate those two loans. And on the non-federal portion of it, the government will give you a 0.25% per year interest break.
Okay, now I was looking at your notes here, and let's quickly, without complicating this too much, do the math for folks. That 0.25% break that you get, the government gets something out of that. They're now getting your interest instead of that, so they want that loan.
Right.
So there's something in it for the government. But what's really in it for you if you're only getting a 0.25% break on the interest rate, and there's some other factors here that might mean that doesn't mean anything to you?
Not a lot.
Yeah, okay.
We worked it out on the math. If you have $10,000 of loans that you're moving over, because again, you have to have one of the federal, one of the non-federal, you get the break only on the piece you're moving over. So if you move $10,000 over, it's about $2 a month.
Okay.
So
why would you not take advantage of this thing?
Here's a real good reason not to do it. If one of the interest rates is really high and one of the interest rates is really low on a loan, what happens is they put them together, take the 0.25% off, round up to the nearest 1/8%. I know this gets confusing.
Right. I just want folks to understand there is a reason that you might not want to do this.
But what happens is now the loan interest is fixed for life. Well, if you're going to pay them down and you have a differential, what you can do now is you can pay the higher one first and take longer on the lower one because they will fix interest rates for life. By blending them, you can't take advantage of that.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily the no-brainer that everyone would think, well, it's not a lot, I might as well go ahead and do it. That's not necessarily true.
If the bulk of your loan is at a lower interest rate and you've got a little bit on a high interest rate, you're going to combine the two, and that's going to raise the balance or raise the interest rate on your larger part of your balance, which was at a lower rate.
Correct.
Okay.
So again,
I hope I didn't just confuse everybody, but
I'm confused.
Yeah, you might want to talk to an accountant about that, or just sit down and actually look at it and see what it really means for you. But the deadline is the 30th, though.
Correct.
To get that done.
The good news about it is you're still eligible for income-based repayment, where you only pay for 20 years and no more than 10% of your income on this new loan. And if you're in public service, after 10 years of payments or working for a nonprofit, you can still have the balance forgiven. So those advantages, which are really good, still apply.
Okay. I want to talk about what's going on there with the Obama administration and student loans in general. There's a bigger question going on here, and this applies to everybody here, and something for you to think about. We're talking about the rates maybe doubling on college loans?
They double right after this consolidation period, so that would apply to people that are in college still. And
now, does that apply to existing loans?
Applies to everything, yeah.
Holy smokes. So here you are in college, you're thinking you know what your interest rate's going to be. You already know you're going to owe a bunch of money, but the interest rate might double?
Yeah, what happens is, on the one hand, we'll give you a 0.25% over here off if you do this, and on the other side, oh, we're doubling your interest rate over here. And unfortunately, we don't know the answer to this yet. They call it playing chicken, and no one knows. The Republicans are supposedly holding it up according to the Obama administration. All we know is no one's got an answer on it yet. So we can't give you
So what's a parent to do?
Pray.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is one of those things where maybe you call your elected officials and say, hey, get this done. Don't allow these interest rates to double?
It's really crazy for both administrations promoting, or both sides promoting students and education, allowing this to happen. It's really sad. We hope it doesn't go through.
All right. If you've got questions, though, about anything to do with college, the application process, loans and so forth, you talk to Ron Carruthers at Ducerus College Solutions, and I know you guys are there to help folks out.
We are.
Good to see you,
call.
as always.